Hello and welcome to an animal movement and strength workout with me, Kung Fu Nerd. Let's go ahead and begin. The first animal movement we're going to do is the elephant, or a high hips bear. And you can tell that this might be challenging if you cannot reach your hands to the ground. You can bend your knees as much as needed. Keep working them straight until you feel challenged to keep your hands down, and then walking forward with the opposing arm and leg, and then walking backwards with the opposing arm and leg. We're going to do duck walk. Duck walk is very challenging on the knees, and I'm doing it here without my hands support, but you can place your hands down if you need to support yourself. As you can see, I'm stepping forward onto one foot and then transitioning my weight onto that foot, and then stepping backwards, doing the reverse duck walk. These can be challenging and again dangerous on the knees, so you want to be very careful if you have knee issues on the twist or the rotation. Now we're doing lizard. So this is a lizard prep. We're going to step forward, bend that elbow, drop low, and then step to the other side. So again, you can see we're going to step forward, bend that elbow, placing the opposite hand out, and then transitioning to the other side. This is lizard walks are some of the hardest animal movements you can do, and this is kind of like a lizard walk prep. Now, frog, this is mostly just jumping forward onto the hands and then jumping back onto the feet. The frog jump can be done any length you like. We'll do that one again. We'll jump forward to the hands, just trying to jump safely out and then jump back. Here we'll do a monkey crawl. We're basically placing our body with one shoulder forward and then using our hands to lift our hips. And we'll do the other side now. Our hands are both turned out and we're hopping from one side of our hands to the other, outside of our palms. And again, this is the monkey. We're gonna do monkey back again. You can see we're reaching past our hands and hopping our hips high and scooting past that lead hand. This is really good for developing handstand strength or arm balance strength. Now we're gonna do bear crawls with our forearm down. This one's a little bit funky. It's kind of like a hip opener as well, stepping that opposite foot outside as much as you need to keep the knee and hip safe, and then stepping back, doing the backwards bear crawl. The leg variation changes a little bit. This one's interesting, just hopping back and forth, building up your straight arm strength. You're hopping to the outside of the hands on the opposite side forward, and then doing the same thing back, placing the hands evenly about shoulder distance apart and hopping the feet outside the hands on the opposite side back and forth. And we're gonna do one arm hop forwards, the other arm behind our back. We're just basically practicing keeping one arm straight and jumping our feet forward, and then we'll do the same thing backwards, and then the other arm. One arm straight, jumping our feet forward to our wrist, trying to keep that tension in the one arm, and then the same thing backwards, jumping our feet back with the one arm pushing us up. And here we'll do caterpillar. This is a great handstand prep exercise. You should probably do it a little bit slower. I'm doing it pretty fast, but basically your hands are shoulder width distance apart, your feet are together, and you're just hopping your feet up to your wrist and then reversing, hopping your feet back to the beginning where you started. And you can probably do that one a bunch of times. Again, this is great for prepping for handstand or prepping for any kind of straight arm pressing exercise. And after about 5 or 10 minutes of animal movement and you're feeling fatigued, to complete our 15-minute workout, we're going to do 5 minutes of strength exercises. I like to do push-ups on a wall after I'm fatigued. And here we're going to do the push-up and then extend opposite arm and opposite leg out, bringing my elbows back towards my sides and then bringing my chest down towards this wall. As soon as I push up, lifting one leg and then lifting the opposite arm. Trying to keep my core engaged, not letting my core slouch, really focusing on keeping tension in my core. This is a variation of the typewriter push-up. So hollow the body out, bend into one arm, keeping the other arm straight, and then slide as close as you can, keeping your chest as close to the wall as you can to the other arm, and then back up. And this is really challenging for me with my long arms. Even just to keep my shoulder in a structurally sound position with my core, you can see it's very challenging, but keeping your core tight, bending into one arm, keeping the other arm straight, and then like a typewriter going to one side and then back to the first side and then coming back up is one push-up. Here we're just keeping our arms straight and we're jumping our feet in and out. This is a little bit of a core and cardio, and if you'd like to take it to the next level, you can jump up to the wall you're on. So jumping up to the wall, on top of the wall, and then back. Up to the wall, on top of the wall, and back. Again, keeping the arms as straight as possible. You can see as I'm fatiguing, my arms start to bend a little bit more. Placing your hands right behind your hips. You can keep your knees slightly bent as you drop your feet below the wall, and then keeping your chest up, engaging your core, lift your feet as high as you can. Breathing, exhaling on the exertion, exhaling while lifting your legs. Inhale, drop, and exhale, lift again. Your hands are behind you, elbows pointing back, keeping your chest up as much as you can. You got this. A few more. 1, 2, 3, and break. Now the other variation is to shift to one side, one hand's down, focusing on that opposing side's serratus and oblique, and then switch to the other side, the opposite hand's down, extending the opposite arm, reaching towards the toes, engaging the core, keeping the chest up, dropping the feet below the low wall and lifting them again to the hand. And one more and break. Now doing bicycle kicks, placing your hands behind your hips. Try to slow down your bicycle kicking pattern. Go the opposite direction. And for one more second and done. Now bicycle kicks to the side or flutter kicks to the side. Flutter kicks to the middle or bicycle kicks to the middle. And flutter kicks to the other side. Turning your body, keeping your chest upright. Flutter kick to the middle again, holding your hands behind your hips, and done. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You remove 70% of the toxins in your blood from exhaling. Setting up for chair dips with the opposite hand and toe touch. Chair dip to fatigue out our pushing and to fatigue our pushing muscles. You only need to bend your elbows down to 90 degrees and then reaching the opposite arm and toe to touch and then switching sides. Breathing again, exhaling on exertion. Your body cannot replenish adenyl triphosphate or ATP if you do not breathe. After 2 seconds, all your ATP stores are gone. and your immediate stores of ATP, you have to breathe for your muscles to keep functioning. Here's the last little side plank stepping exercise you can do. Stepping your one foot in front and behind the other as you hold your side plank first with your straight arm and then on your forearm. If you've done the full animal workout and push set and core set, this is a great finisher. And after that, you're done. Go get some water, drink some water, eat an apple, get some juice, have a good meal, and rest. Just give me a like on this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe to see more workouts and to stay connected with our next video. And as always, guys, have a great day.
Brought to you by your team.